Hi there, my name's Sam from Roots Wiki, and today I'll be bringing you a review of the HTC One X. There's a lot to cover in this review, and because I want to be as concise as possible, I'll be noting the most important things which will probably decide whether you will or won't buy this phone. First of which is design. This is by far one of the best phones I've ever had the pleasure of holding in my hand. It comes with a white ceramic body. It has a really nice feel to it when it's in your hand, but unfortunately, some people are reporting that it's chipping on them. Now, ceramic is not the strongest of materials. It's actually theoretically easier to damage than plastic. If you were to drop this from a very small height, theoretically it would break very easily. I also have some quirks with the placement of the power socket, the power button, the volume rocker, and the headphone socket. The placement of the headphone socket is more of just a preference. I prefer it to be on the bottom. But when it comes to the power socket and the power button, those just don't make sense to me when they are actually in the wrong place. By wrong, I mean the power socket being on the side of the device and the power button being on the top of the device. The majority of users have the phone in their pocket bottom up. When they pull the phone out, there is a finger or a thumb already there to press the button. If the power button is not on the side of the phone, you have to pull the phone out and distort your hand quite a lot to turn the phone on, which is uncomfortable to then unlock. The speaker is on the back of this device, nearer the bottom. That's quite an interesting design choice because when you're holding the phone in your hand, the sound amplifies around your hand back at you. Very interesting to put it there and quite clever. Unfortunately, because of the way it's designed, it's not recessed in any way, so when you put it down on a surface, it muffles instead of amplifies. Nothing that's too serious. I actually quite like the fact that when I hold it in my hand, it amplifies so I can hear it better. Like I said, it's a very interesting design choice, but sometimes I put the phone down and I'd still like to hear my notifications come through, and I can't. When it comes to the UI and some bugs that I've experienced, I've noticed that there is no options button on the bottom of the device. This is something that really is quite a big deal to me. This is what I like to call soft key fragmentation. Because there is no capacitive button for it at the bottom, the options button could be anywhere in an app. If I'm to go to Twitter, there is a black bar at the bottom to open up my options. If I go into Gmail, there's a tiny little options button at the bottom right. If I go into Facebook, it then changes back to a black bar again. I find this very annoying because I'd like to know at any time where my options button is. I also hate this for the fact that HTC is marketing a phone that's bigger. It has a bigger screen. Unfortunately, without an options button, most of the screen is taken up by soft keys, when it shouldn't be, because there are keys on the bottom of the phone already. This seems like an illogical choice to me. You're just using up screen space when you couldn't be bothered to put an options key at the bottom. I also found Gtalk to be sporadically buggy, and the camera app had some weird glitching going down the side of the phone. When it came to video playback, I loaded a 1080p Blu-ray sample onto the phone, and it played back beautifully. Frame rate looked really good, the quality of the screen is absolutely beautiful, and I saw absolutely no problems with the video playback whatsoever. When it comes to how fast the device is, sending this back to the agency is really going to be upsetting for me. I'm going to miss how fast this device is. It's absolutely lightning quick. The camera on this phone really has been a massive selling point, something that the company was really pushing at Mobile World Congress. The idea of being able to choose either video or photo straight away in the application without having to switch between the two is a brilliant idea. The functionality is actually very good too. I have found it to be generally quick, with the exception of the video button. When I press it, it takes maybe 2 or 3 seconds to finally start recording. Video quality is very good. Unfortunately, I have found the video to be quite shaky. To demonstrate this, I'll show you 2 videos, one indoors and one outdoors. This is the video quality from a moderately lit environment. This room is lit by 2 windows, one on the right and one over on the left. That is all that is lighting this room except, well, that light isn't lighting anything, it's not on. I've noticed that quality is actually pretty good. This is 1080p. Getting up close to subjects is pretty easy. By tapping the screen it refocuses, and this camera can go surprisingly close to subjects. Bad points? For some reason the camera continues to refocus. As you can see right now, it's going in and out of focus despite the fact I've told it where to focus. And also it's very shaky. And this is with stabilization on. That refocusing is also quite a bad point for me, because despite the fact I'm telling it to focus on the wall, as in the distance, it continues to go way out of focus. So I feel like that might ruin your footage at some point or another. This is footage in a daylight environment. It's actually really high quality. This is 1080p. Colours are very nice. Exposure is really well done, actually. It adjusts very quickly, as you can see. We have some things hanging here. That would be good to show you some detail. Oh no, it won't, because it doesn't want to stay in one place. Let's get up close to the wall. Let's tap for that. Yeah, so as you can see, you can get quite close up to subjects, but it doesn't like to focus. This camera is constantly refocusing on subjects, and like I said, it's very shaky as well. Right now we're in quite a windy environment, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the audio is like on these cameras. Apparently it records in stereo, and right now not in focus whatsoever. Yeah, going in and out of focus is becoming very annoying, actually. The pictures from this device seem kind of washed out. Nonetheless, the pictures look quite high quality, especially if you're using Instagram, which is now supported. When it comes to battery on this device, why is it on? Usage managed to get me 3 days. That's a very nice phone. Why don't you show it to me later over some tea and crumpets? Usage, I managed to get 1 day and 6 hours out of the device. And on what the f***, OTT usage, I managed to get 4 hours. The device, of course, comes with Beats audio, and to be honest, I haven't really heard any sound quality difference when it comes to other devices, such as my laptop, my MP3 player, or my desktop computer, or many of the other phones that I use. Thank you very much for watching this review of the HTC One X. If I haven't covered something that you would like to know about this device, please, I implore you to leave a comment and I will do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible. Again, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on another video very soon. This will make really good review footage. Everyone knows things with cats in gets more views.